So this is our first look at the group, and I'm going to take you through pretty much the most basic and common tasks. So as I mentioned before, a group post is essentially just an email that goes out to all of the group members. You'll notice it says what's new in staff group, and then we've got this text box underneath here. To make a post is actually just click anywhere in here. Okay, you'll notice that these options come up now. So post update is right there. Couldn't get easier. All you need to do is start typing here. So I'm going to hit post update. Okay, so now Zach, Sam, and John, they are all going to get this notification from Naomi. That's not my real name. I'm just logged in as Naomi. And they're going to receive this via email. So I also mentioned before that, regardless of whether those other members can log in and make a post here to notify everyone, they can always reply. So this post is going to come through by email. Those members will see it in, whatever email service they're using, whether it's Yahoo, Gmail, whatever it may be, and they can, they don't actually have to log in to the system. So they can just go ahead, hit reply, and it will go back to Naomi's email inbox. All right, so on top of that, you'll also notice that there's email deliverability stats down here. So you can see that it's been delivered to 3 people. Now, if those members, right, John, Zach, and Sam, if they go to open it, it will actually show next to delivered how many people opened it, also how many people replied. So those stats are actually only available to you guys as the site admins. Okay, so parents won't be able to see those types of stats. So now I also mentioned about comments earlier, so not much to it, but basically if you click comment right here, and this would be Naomi commenting on her own post, which probably wouldn't be too common, but you never know, maybe she forgot something. Okay, so it's kind of like sub post, really. That's maybe a good way to think of it. And we can hit post there, and there it goes. So just, kind of organizes it underneath the original post there. We're going to show you guys now how to send out a newsletter. Newsletters can be sent either from the dashboard or from the group. But, since teachers will have access to their groups, they might as well just go ahead and click newsletters here as opposed to the dashboard. So for you guys, you might want to send it from the back end. That's why, or that's how you can actually send to multiple groups at once. Teachers, on the other hand, they don't necessarily need to send to multiple groups, but they will need to send to their own classroom, right? So let's go ahead and click newsletters. All right, so we're going to hit create newsletter. I just want to mention that, again, just like creating the group, this button will not appear to regular parents or any members. However, it will appear to the group admins here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit create newsletter. Okay, so that brings us to our newsletter editor here. Now, right off the bat, the first thing you want to do is probably just select a template. Okay, so we're going to click right here, and we've got all different types. Okay, personally, I like to use the handwritten template. And you can always modify, or edit the themes here. But it's just a good way to get you guys started here. So let's now go to the content section. This can come from the Hubbli Academy. Okay, so that can be the name of your school. And when you get the email, like when it gets an email, it'll show from Hubbli Academy. So it'll all look really professional, which is great. And then, of course, the subject is the most important newsletter, fall newsletter, whatever it may be. And then, so the email title, that's just for the newsletter now. So that can be the same thing. You can remove it if you don't want one, but you do have those options. So let's go ahead and just add content here. So the section is where you add all the content. You can images, text, you can add links, all different types of things. And you can also expand it right here if you need more space. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and see if we've got some pictures here in the media library that I can add. And of course, you can always align them. I'm just doing this pretty quickly, but also have this toolbar. There's just extra formatting options here, so we can text bigger. We can colors here, and so here's what we're looking at. It's kind of like the preview, and then you notice the logo down there for the school, so you can always add that in, make it look nice and professional. And if I don't like the dog, I can remove it. So that's really the idea, and you can really get creative as you want. So let's say, and now what I want to do is actually just see a preview of what this will look like. So we have a button, a really handy button actually. You can just hit send test/preview. So if you click that button, you get a preview of this newsletter, what it will look like going out to the group. The idea is there that you have peace of mind knowing what it looks like before it goes out. There's one more thing I want to show you, and that's the send later feature. So this is our scheduling tool. Basically, if you click on that, you can actually program this or schedule it to go out at a later date, anytime. We can always just hit schedule, and after you hit that, it takes care of itself, and it will just send out at that time and date. What I do want to do is actually just send it out right now. So let's say you're happy with it. What you can do is just hit send now right at the top here. Okay, and there it goes. And it just automatically takes me to this page. I didn't have to close anything or quit out of anything. So that's now good to go. On this page too, I want to mention that there's also the statistics. So the same ones that we saw in the group, you can also see the same ones here. So you can always keep track of how many people have opened it and clicks. You can really get good engagement stats there. Now on top of that, so you don't have to worry, that anyone else can see these buttons here, like delete, clone, and edit, because really it's just for the group admin. Again, parents, so the great part is, if they go to this page, they will be able to see the view button. Okay, so let me just click on and show you what it looks like, right? So they can always view this in their user, but the great thing is they can do this at any time. So maybe they missed out or they were too busy. The good thing is they go in and you have a historical archive of all of the newsletters. And what we're going to finish off with today's onboarding training is actually how to set a private message. So think of that, it's very similar to group post. The only difference is you're sending to one member as opposed to many. Okay, so if you want to, basically just send an email, I'm going to show you guys how to do that now. So, and I'll show you how to do it within the group because we're already here. So we just go to members. So let's see, we want to send a message to, let's say John today. So I click on John. That's the first step. Okay, the second step, you guessed it, hit private message. So now this is a private message from me, Naomi, okay, to John Smith. So you'd add a subject. Okay, so you write up your email. There it is. And once you're happy with that, you hit send message. So not much to it, really easy to do. So conversation between John Smith and you. But the best part is you don't actually need to log in to get it in their email box. You can just go ahead, hit reply. That goes right back to your email inbox. And then at that point, you're just having a conversation as you normally would over email. So the benefit is that everything's being archived and tracked in Hubbli in case you ever need to look something up or maybe deleted an email in your inbox and you just want to come see it here. Okay, so it's up to you, whether you want to use your email inbox or Hubbli's private messaging tool. But at the end of the day, it's communication going back and forth.